Hello and welcome to another topic, Concept of Concord. This has been taken from Unit 2 of your syllabus. First of all, let us know the meaning of concord. What do concord mean? It simply means an agreement. When there is an agreement between two people, this means there is a concord between them. And in grammar, concord refers to the agreement in number between subject and verb. In a sentence, it is very important that the subject or the noun and verb agree to each other. So we will learn all about it in this lesson. Concord is also called subject-verb agreement. Okay, do not get confused. The main thing you have to understand is singular subject must agree with singular verb and plural subject must agree with plural verb. Okay, if you have a singular subject in a sentence, it must be followed by singular verb. And if you have a plural subject, it must be followed by plural verb. What is a singular verb? A singular verb is one that has s added to it in present tense, such as writes, plays, runs, and we also use is, was, has, does, etc. What about plural verb? What is a plural verb? A plural verb does not have an s added to it, such as write, play, run, and also uses forms such as are, were, have, do, etc. Here is an example to make this clearer. She looks very pretty. Okay, if you look at the sentence, she is singular subject, right? She, one person. So we use looks because it is in present tense. So the verb that has been used here is looks and not look. She is singular subject, as I've already told you. Therefore, we use looks, which is a singular verb. Look at this example. The girls look very pretty. Now, the girls here are plural subject, right? Girls. A lot of girls, not only just one girl. So we use plural verb, look. Hence, we have the girls look very pretty. Here are some rules you must keep in mind. Number 1, the verb and subject must agree in number. Here, number means singular or plural. This means that if the subject is singular, the verb should be singular, and if the subject is plural, the verb should also be plural. I hope you understand. If the subject is what? Singular, the verb should be singular. And if the subject is plural, the verb should also be plural. Look at these examples. He is a schoolboy. Now, he here is one person, right? Third person, singular. So, the subject is singular, hence, it will be followed by a singular verb is. We are schoolboys. The second example has plural subject. We. More than one boy. We. So, it will be followed by plural verb are. We cannot say he are a schoolboy. He is singular, so it must be followed by singular verb is. He is a cricket player. Same thing, he is singular subject, so it must be followed by singular verb is and not are. They are cricket players. Since they comprises of more than one person, it is plural. Therefore, it must be followed by what? Plural verb. Moving on to rule number 2. The number of the subject that is singular or plural, will not change due to the words or phrases in between the subject and the verb. Now, what do this mean? Let us look at these examples. One of the glasses is empty. Now, the number of the subject, either singular or plural, will not change due to the words or phrases in between the subject and the verb. So here one is the subject, okay, not glasses. So the verb should be is, because this is singular subject. One is singular, therefore it must be followed with singular verb is. Do not pay attention to the subject in between. Okay, now let's look at the next example. The bouquet of red roses smells so sweet. Here, since bouquet is the subject and not roses, the verb should be smells and not smell. Here, bouquet is singular, so the verb must also be singular. So we have smells and not smell. Rule number 3. Subjects that are joined by and in a sentence use a plural verb. And subjects that are joined by either or, neither, nor use a singular verb. So when you have a subject that is joined by and, you must use plural verb. And when you have subjects that are joined by either or, neither or nor, you must use what? Singular verb. Please keep this in mind, okay? If you have subjects that are joined by and, use plural. And when you have subjects joined by either or, neither or nor, use singular verb. Look at these examples. Radha and Meera are coming home. So we have two subjects, Radha and Meera. Okay, they're joined with and, so we must have what? Plural verb. Therefore, we have are. We don't say Radha and Meera is coming home. Whenever you have subjects joined by and, you must have plural verb. Neither Akshay nor Rohit is coming home. In the second example, we have neither and nor. So we have to use singular verb. Neither Akshay nor Rohit is coming home. Second, either Meena or Veena has done this job. So here we have either who, Meena or Veena. So we have either or joining the two subjects. So we must have singular verb and not plural. So we don't say either Meena or Veena have done this job. Okay, we must use singular verb. So we have has here. Rule number 4. In sentences that begin with here or there, the true subject usually follows the verb. So when you have sentences that begins with here and there, you must look at the subject and see if it is plural or singular. Then you must place the proper verb. Look at the sentence. Here are the chocolates. Now looking at the subject chocolates, is it plural or singular? Plural, right? So the verb must be plural too. You cannot say here is the chocolates. Okay, since chocolates is plural, you must use plural verb. There is a big puddle on the road. So here the subject puddle is singular, So you must have singular verb. Rule number 5. In sentences that include sums of money, periods of time, or distances, that is numbers, use singular verbs. So whenever you have numbers, you must use singular verbs. Look at the examples. 500 rupees is a high price to pay. Here in the first example, you have 500, which is a number, so you must have singular verb is and not are. 62 years is the minimum age of retirement. 62 is also number, so you must have singular verb is. 10 kilometers is too far to walk. Same thing, you have number 10 here, 10 kilometers, okay? So you must have singular verb as well. Moving on to rule number 6. When the subject is followed by words such as well as, along with, besides, not, etc., ignore them and use a singular verb if the subject is singular. So what do this mean? Look at the examples to make this clearer. Matt, as well as his dog, is expected shortly. So here you have the subject Matt, which is singular, and you also have his dog, as well as his dog. But according to the rule, when the subject Matt, okay, when the subject is followed by words as well as, ignore them. So you must ignore them. This is not important. What is important is Matt. So since Matt is singular, you must have what? Singular verb. So Matt, as well as his dog, is expected shortly. Pratik, along with his brother, is going to school. So here you have Pratik, which is singular. Therefore, you must have singular verb is. Even though you have along with his brother, do not pay attention to this, okay? What is important is the subject. See if it is plural or singular. And if it is singular, you must have singular verb is. Moving on to rule number 7. The verb in a sentence containing or, either, or, neither, nor agrees with the noun or pronoun closest to it. So the verb in a sentence which has either or, neither or nor agrees with what? The noun or the subject or the pronoun that is closest to it. So look at the example to make this clearer. Neither the shoes nor the bag matches the dress. So here, which word is closest to the verb? Bag, right? So bag is singular, so it must have singular verb as well. In the second example, neither the bag nor the shoes match the dress. So in this sentence, which is closest to the verb? Which is the verb here? Match, right? So since shoes is plural, even the verb must be plural. Therefore, we have match. Rule number 8. In the case of words such as a lot of, all, some, etc. in a sentence, pay attention to the noun after of. If the noun after of is singular, then use a singular verb. If plural, use a plural verb. So what you have to pay attention to here is the noun that comes after of. Okay, so let's look here. All of the cake is gone. So here, The noun after of is cake, right? So look at the cake. Is it plural or singular? Cake. Singular, right? So therefore you have to use singular verb is. Since cake is singular, you must use singular verb. All of the cakes are gone. In the second example, which is the noun closest to of cakes, right? And cakes, is it plural or singular? Plural, right? Therefore you have plural verb are. All of the cakes are gone. Not is gone, okay? Because cakes is plural, you must have plural verb. A lot of the cake is gone. So which is the noun closest to of? Cake. And cake is singular, so you must have singular verb is. So a lot of the cake is gone. A lot of the cakes are gone. Since we have cakes plural, we must use plural verb are. Some of the cake is gone. Your cake is singular, so you must have singular verb. Some of the cakes are gone. So I think this is simple enough. So let's go to the next rule, rule number 9. In the case of collective nouns such as group, population, family, in sentence, the verb can be singular or plural depending on their use in the sentence. So when you have collective nouns like committee or police or population, family, okay, when you have collective nouns like this, the verb can be singular or plural depending on what you mean. Look at this example. Most of my family is here or are here. It can be right in both ways depending on what you mean. Half of the population was against the bill. Can also be right. Half of the population were against the bill. Can also be right. So you can use either plural or singular depending on what you mean. Rule number 10. Nouns such as mathematics, civics, news, etc., while plural in form, are singular in meaning and use singular verbs. So there are some words like mathematics, civics, news. Okay, these may look plural in form, but they have singular in meaning. So you must use singular verbs. Mathematics is very difficult for some people. Yeah, we don't say mathematics are very difficult, even though you have S at the end. Okay, this is a word that has S that comes along with it. So there is nothing you can do about it. So you have to use singular verb. The news is very saddening. You never say the new is very saddening, right? So this is a word, so you must not change it, and it is singular. Rule number 11. When two subjects joined by and refer to one noun or idea, the verb is singular. What do this mean? When you have two subjects, like here rice, curry, they are joined with and, so you must have singular verb. Why? Because they have the same idea. They refer to one noun or same idea. Rice and curry. Rice and curry is like one, okay? They come together, so you must have singular verb. Bread and butter also comes as one, so you must have singular verb. Bread and butter, they have one aim, that is a kitchen. So since they aim at the same thing, okay, they are referred to as one, so you must have singular verb. The horse and carriage This also comes together. They come as one. They're regarded as one. So you must have singular verb.